Morning and welcome back to the channel. You join me on this exceptionally brisk morning, and this is the third installment of this Lesotho trip. Yesterday we went up and then down and then up and then down and then up again, Sani Pass, and we stayed overnight here at the Sani Stone Lodge. We're all a little bit sick. We were sick before we started, so we've all got the sniffles. Batteries are running low, we couldn't charge things, we didn't really have electricity here. Cars are running perfectly, dare I say, like no faults happened except for the cruiser's one corner light that popped out on the way here. I'm not sure what we're going to do today. I have not been informed of the plans, but as things happen you will be made aware of it. Here's Blue, just a little bit dusty, nothing has gone wrong, and funny enough, the big old V8 has been the second most economical vehicle on this trip. The only vehicle that has been more economical was the white single cab that you cannot see because there is a house in the way. And I just have to say it, please do hit the like button, leave a comment if you would really like to subscribe to the channel, and this is the third video of the series, or rather the fourth video of the series. So go check out the other three, please, especially the Sani Pass one, the two Sani Pass ones. If I do say so myself, they're quite an entertaining watch. I really tried to make a nice video. One funny thing that I did discover about the Blue thing is once it gets quite hot, not overheating just yet, just hot, my tacho stops functioning. Like, it doesn't stop functioning, it just gets all buggy and rattly and stuff, and then once it cools back down, the tacho functions as normal again. I do not know why, nor am I going to try to figure out why. I'm just going to be thankful that it returned back to normal. Alright, we're on the road. One thing to take note of once you're into Lesotho is that you will be going nowhere in a hurry. We have not been on a tar road, despite them being immaculate, and like, these roads are lovely to drive. We have not been on a road that has a higher speed restriction than 60 kilometers an hour. I have not seen fifth gear since we crossed the border. And then you get the dirt roads. You'll basically be idling in second and third and first gear, depending on how comfortable your suspension is. The dirt roads so far we've been on are all horrendous. We have not seen a decent, not even a decent-ish, not even a passable dirt road. None of them have been graded. They all suck. Everything in Lesotho is quite close to each other since Lesotho is so small, but traveling takes a minute. Traveling definitely does take some time. I won't lie, I would prefer to be driving faster than this. Anyways, we are heading back to the border post. Apparently there's some other lookout, like a scenic lookout at the border post, so we're heading there to find the lookout. Then from there we're heading to Afri-Ski. We're going to do something at Afri-Ski, I do not know yet, and then we're heading down to Oxbow Lodge, where we will be staying tonight and where we will be concluding this journey, because we are staying at Oxbow Lodge tonight, and then from there we are crossing the border back into South Africa. So right, so we are currently looking for that lookout point. There are no signs pointing you toward it. We only know about it by word of mouth. It's not advertised, it's not on maps and stuff. So we just found a random path-ish thing. You can hardly call it a path. And we're following it. Hopefully we find something cool. These crappy roads certainly make me want to go into debt to get old man Emu suspension or something. Oh my gosh, I'm so over it. Every now and again you'll hit a rock just wrong and you'll go ah, and you'll get sent, you'll get thrown around. I've opened up my bucket seats because these bolsters are electrically adjustable, because when they were completely closed I'd be tossed around completely with the Hilux and it was horrendous. So I've opened them up about as far as they'll go, but bucket seats are still bucket seats. They are still very much holding me in place. So I know these vehicles are not comfortable. I know they're not comfortable. I don't know why I expected it to be comfortable. But gosh, I'm getting a little bit sick of it. Just a little bit. I was certainly not exaggerating when I said you couldn't even call this a path, because the path has, for all intents and purposes, disappeared. We are just going in a direction now and hoping we find what we are looking for and that we also don't get lost. At least it is considerably smoother. Now, I don't want to admit it, but I think I've been stupid. You see where I'm driving? Pretty bad? Look right over there. We are literally just driving up the side of a hill, following the vaguest path known to man, simply because an uncle told us that there is a pretty view and there may or may not be a road leading to it. On the bright side, I do have a cacophony of new rattles and squeaks and funny noises after doing Sani Pass yesterday. So there's that to keep me company. Sit rep, the vague path has turned into no path at all. For all intents and purposes, we are currently lost. We're turning around now, or what? Oh shoot! We have stumbled upon this man's abode. There's his hut, there's his little corral, and I don't know if you can see him, he's in the middle of the screen right now, right on top of that ledge. And we do not know where we are. So we've turned around. I'm hearing the chatter over the radio. Apparently we should have gone right where we went left somewhere. Where was there ever two choices? There was just path. Small, weird, vague path. Where was there a chance to go right? Where was there a chance to go left? There was just straight. What? Ding, 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 ding. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who finds whatever the fuck we're out here looking for. Ba-la-la. The guy in the cruiser has beached himself on a rock. I don't know what the thought process here was, but it was not thoroughly executed. Oh gosh, why are you driving that way? Oh no. Ah, there you go. I won't lie, this is quite cool. We are quite literally crawling up the side of a small mountain. Apparently, the brown cruiser contains a map, and the map is telling us where to go. So we are following the lead of the brown cruiser now. So a problem has happened. The red Hilux over there, my dad, we followed the path and the path led him through a very, very nasty obstacle. We then all collectively decided, okay, let's not do that obstacle because he only got through by the skin of his teeth. Let's not do that obstacle because it's too high risk. We can't risk getting stuck. We can't risk breaking anything out here. And Goober, who beached himself on a rock in the Land Cruiser, decides, no, I'm special. Let's go and get the second largest and heaviest vehicle in the convoy stuck. Is the winch working at least?
Yes, I suppose so.
Apparently the winch maybe works. That thing is going nowhere. It is beached like a whale. Oh fuck. And now the cruiser won't start either. Come. It just started, thank goodness. I will check in after we've done the recovery. Things are getting nasty, things are getting very antsy, very negative, and we are having a tough time getting this cruiser released from the earth in which it was sunk into. See you later. Alright, we are back. Despite the slight delay, we are inching ever so closer to the summit of this topological thing. Why did I try to use a big word when I didn't know what word to use? Sometimes I think my English is much better than it is, but then I'm quickly reminded that English is only my second language. We are getting very close to the top now. We are almost there, and when we are there, we are turning around and going back down. Going back down, yeah, we're going down there. Alright, we have reached the peak. Very windy, so I've abandoned my beloved hat, and holy shit! Look at this view. We had to work for it, but holy crap. Just look at this. By the way, that's a sheer drop. Don't worry about that, I am holding onto my bull bar. I don't even know if you can hear me over the wind, but gosh, what a view. This is like playing Forza Horizon in real life, like a video game achievement. Could have been better. If the cruiser hadn't got stuck, I wouldn't have dirt and rocks in my Air Force Ones, but this is pretty damn alright. Alright, I won't lie, this is a bit of an adrenaline rush. I am still very much on the ledge of that cliff. Make sure it's in neutral. Start it back up. By the way, this is quite a bit higher than the peak of Sani Pass. We are very high up right now, easily over 3,000 meters above sea point. Oh, the wind is shaking my car. Having trouble idling with this thin air. That's why I stalled coming up here just now. Alright. Just back her up. Back her on up. Yes. Get my ass away from this cliff. That is enough bullshit for one day. Look at these horses, gosh. The one that's looking at me is fat as fuck. Man, when do you ever see wild horses just freely roaming around? Like, how's it, bud? You're not bothered by me at all. Hi there. Hello there. Okay, sorry. I've bothered him. Right, at long last we are back on the beautiful silky smooth tar roads, and we are on our way to Afri-Ski to have what I hope would be lunch, because I'm famished. I'm glad to be back on tar roads, even though it's full of speed bumps and limited to 60 kilometers per hour. Annoying, but I digress. Up the mountain and down the mountain was about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Back down the mountain,
was just tiring, man. Gosh, it was so shaky. We lost the road completely. We did get lost. Don't get me wrong, we fully got lost. And then we got out, and now we are creeping to the next destination. I honestly don't know if something interesting is going to happen, so the video might end soon, it might not. If it's not going to end soon, then something interesting has happened. And while I'm talking to you directly, please do hit the like button, leave a comment, tell me something you would like to tell me, and if you'd really like to, subscribe to the channel. Please think about it. Right, we are currently on a very steep mountain road, very beautiful mountain road, just annoyingly slow pace. It's a tar road and we're doing 40, 30, 40, 30. I'm in third gear. Sometimes I need to go back down to second gear. It's very annoying, but we just passed a... See that guy? He's going at a reasonable rate of speed. Why can't we be like him? Anyways, we just passed a sign that said that we had just reached the peak of the road that we're on. This road peaked at 3,240 meters above sea level. That's very high up. Alright, it's been a minute since I've given you a sit rep, but that's because even though the roads in Lesotho are beautiful, they're no walk in the park. Yes, the tarmac is silky smooth, the tarmac is great, but like I said, you're going nowhere in a hurry. And mostly that's because almost like 70% of all the roads here are not pedestrian roads. They are full-on windy, twisty mountain passes with verticality that's very difficult to put into words. Like, you go up and down more than you care for, and you basically live in third gear. I've been in third gear for like the last 50 kilometers, maybe second gear every now and then, and I'm lying, I'm in fourth gear, but that's because, and now I'm in fifth. That's because we're out of the mountain passes. We're just sort of on top of a mountain currently. Anyways, back to the roads. You really need to be at your wits while driving in Lesotho. Yes, the roads are beautiful, but every now and again they'll throw a curveball at you. There's not really potholes, but every now and again there'll be just a big hole in the middle of the road, and you gotta make sure to dodge it because it will hurt you. And then traffic, not a lot of it, but due to the verticality, when you do encounter traffic, the traffic is very annoying. And then you get the worst of them all, pedestrians. You do get your regular Basotho people that are walking on the roads with their oxen or their donkeys and their sheep and cows and dogs and whatnot. That's no bother. They're usually quite friendly, and they will let you know if there's traffic coming up, and they will signal for you to be able to pass them. They're not to bother. It's fine. But then you get what I believe are called the friendly children. These children have become the bane of my existence on these roads because, yes, the majority of them will just stand alongside of the road shouting at you, "Sweeties, sweeties," with their little hands out, and by no means ever, never ever stop near them or give them anything. Just don't do it. But then you get the different kind of them. About half of them are like this. They will see you approaching, jump in the middle of the road where you go, you gotta be sure to miss them because they will not get out of the way for you. And I had this happen to me just like, I don't know, 70 kilometers back. The little shits threw stuff underneath my wheels to try and get me to stop. Like, they will pull out quite a few stops to get you to stop. Just don't stop, and be very wary of them. They are super duper annoying, and they are definitely a danger to you and to themselves. So just keep it in mind. Also, petrol stations. We have encountered one petrol station since entering Lesotho, and we won't encounter another one until we're back in South Africa. And it wasn't like your regular engine or your Shell Ultra City or whatnot, or your BP Oasis. It was fuel pumps next to the road, and there was non-specific unleaded petrol and non-specific diesel. That's it. And don't think that it's much cheaper than in South Africa. It was about 23.5 Rand per litre for petrol. Whatever petrol they threw in here, that's what's in here. It cost 23 bucks a litre. So yeah, petrol, make sure you've got enough of it when you come to Lesotho. That's enough of this ramble. Gosh, I'm sick of driving. Where's Afri-Ski?
Alright, we finally made it to Afri-Ski after 3.5 hours of driving, more or less, from where we started. It was a very tiresome drive, gosh. Just all the way mountain passes. Everything except my engine got a bit hot. Clutch, gearbox, brakes, power steering. So my steering got a bit heavier as well. Anyways, we are here at Afri-Ski, and then we're just gonna like grab a milkshake or something here, and then we're gonna go head to Oxbow Lodge, which is about half an hour from here, and we'll sleep and eat there. But that's not going to be interesting. Nothing interesting is going to happen from here on out, so I'm going to end this video. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you'd really like to. Let me know what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.